everyone. My name is Leah. I am a mother, I'm a wife, as well as an attorney. I've been practicing law for about 17 years now, and right now I'm an advisor for a government agency. Born and raised in Detroit, West Side, I attended Cass Tech High School, Eastern Michigan University, and the University of Detroit Mercy School of Law. I love adventure. I love cruises, parasailing. I did some skydiving. I just really like to live an adventurous life. And my newest adventure right now is Raw Conversation, and I'm happy to be here.
What's up, everybody? Kente Rosser, aka Ross the Boss, among many other things. I am first and foremost a father, a lifelong educator, been in the educational profession for 16, 17 years now. I love having a positive impact in my community. I love helping people. I love building. I love positive energy. Born and raised in the city of Detroit. Proud graduate of Cass Technical High School. I think that deserves a round of applause. Proud graduate of Wayne State University, undergrad and grad school. And again, I'm just happy to be here to do this podcast.
Hey everybody, my name is Jay. Happy to be here to be able to connect with my community. I started out in education. Now I'm a mental health therapist. I also, do some work with nonprofits. I'm just out here, trying to be a blessing to others and also allow others to be a blessing to myself. So welcome to the Raw Conversation.
Yo, what's up? It's Key Brooks. I'm a real estate broker, entrepreneur, sex symbol, ladies man, and all that good stuff. And I'm from the east side of Detroit, so I survived the streets. I'm a father of one daughter. She just turned 15. She's giving me a little hell right now. Y'all know how teenagers be, but I'm here to give y'all some raw conversation. I want to share my abstract thoughts with y'all, so just vibe with us and enjoy the moment.
Welcome to Raw Conversation, a podcast for the smart, sexy, and grown. Now, here are your hosts.
So that's going to be great. And let's go kick it off to the next topic. Our next segment is Off the Top. That's where we kind of go over what's on our minds right now. We're going to keep it real sweet, real simple, and then we're going to go ahead and transition. So off the top, let's go with you, Key. What you got, man? What's off the top for you?
Damn, you just went right over to me, huh, Kente? Off the top for me, man. Just out here trying to hustle and pray. Just stay out the way. I got a few women mad at me right now, so I believe we're gonna talk about breakups, and that's why I was like, I'd be good at talking about some breakups. I got a couple complaining, got an ex that may want me back. I don't know, but you know how them breakups be. Right now, I'm kind of just enjoying this single life and doing my thing out here. I don't want to do anything too serious. I just kind of want to make love, be friends, and live comfortably.
All right.
I got you, man. All right, Jay, what you got off the top? What's up?
Off the top, just trying to live authentically, trying to say no when I want to say no and say yes when I want to say yes. That's huge. So I'm working towards that.
I like the authenticity. That's huge.
Yeah, trying to, right?
I got you. Leah, what you got off the top?
I'm just excited today. It's officially summer, and I'm just ready to get out there and enjoy some outdoor activities, some sun, some fun, and some adventure.
I got you. Well, I feel a little out of place, y'all, because off the top, I was going to talk about Juneteenth, but I don't think that fits with what we're going to talk about today. But, hey, off the top, we just keep it real. We talk about whatever's top of mind. Speak a little bit about Juneteenth. From my perspective, Juneteenth, I don't want us to become complacent with receiving a holiday, although I appreciate the paid day off. But I just think it's still a little more work yet to be done. But nonetheless, that has very little to do with breakups. And today's Raw Conversation is about breakups. So what we got in that regard?
Sure, who's single? That's what we know. Leah married, so Leah married. You married, so ain't no breakup happening for you anytime soon. What about y'all?
I'll start though. I know that it's time to break it off with someone when you're just not vibing no more. I mean, I know there's gonna be being married 9 years. I know that there's been times that we've had some ups and some downs. So you can't just automatically break it off when it's just you're not having fun. But when you're not connecting, your goals are not the same anymore, and you're just in two different places, I think that's the time you may need to consider breaking it off.
The thing with me is I don't know how to break it off. Like I kind of just fuck up until somebody gets tired, and then it just kind of fades out. Like I've never been the guy to look at a woman and look her in the eyes and say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. So I usually just kind of leave my phone unlocked or something like that. They go through it and boom, it's over, you know? So I don't know. Breakups ain't never really been my thing. It's you know, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You know what I mean? So I've never been the type to really just say, yo, it's over. What about y'all?
But do you think that that's a common thing for men though? I think a lot of men like the women to just kind of get the hint and walk away instead of being straight up and saying, look, I ain't feeling this.
Well, I feel like women control the relationship for the most part, you know, when the man is just kind of playing the co-star. Mm-hmm. And when the woman is not happy, then a relationship is pretty much shit. So I feel like as men, we're trying our hardest to juggle all of these balls that women get us. That may be the emotionals, that's the dates, that's the good sex, that's the raw conversation. We're juggling all these balls. And we giving y'all 3 balls to juggle while we got 20. And when we drop 3, the women gonna look at it like, oh my God, I can't believe you dropped 3 balls while we still got 17. So in that aspect, women controls the relationship. What, Jasmine? I mean, what, Jay? Jay, I see you over there looking with your lips turned. What's up?
I mean, I don't know. So it sounds like you like the fade out, like for basketball, you know, like the movie clip, you kind of just like fade out. You don't say no, you don't say yes, you just like fade out and get the drift. I get it. I think it's hard to have that authentic.
I'm sorry.
But what if you want it closed?
It depends on who it is. Like some people, you gotta shut the door and leave it cracked a little bit, but then some you like, hey, I might want to slide back through that door. So it just depends on who the person is. Everybody doesn't get the same level of we're done. This is an official breakup. Some people is like, you know what, we ain't vibing right now, but I'll be back. And then some you just gotta.
Let me ask a question, bro. What determines who gets what? So you said not everybody gets the same thing. What determines who get the leave the door cracked a little bit, and what determines who gets the leave the door wide open, and what determines who gets the door slammed shut?
Yeah, the individual determines that. It depends on how good the vibe is, what they bring to the table. How I benefit from the relationship is going to determine whether or not this relationship can go forward, or do I shut that door completely, or do I leave it cracked? Sometimes I may shut the door, but leave the window unlocked so they can creep in every now and then. But that's just me, you know. That's just me. I don't know how y'all think. I want to be married one day. I'm trying to be married one day.
But see, that sounds like to me. So if you're saying if you're ready to leave it and you're leaving the door open, it must be only one thing that's keeping it open, because otherwise you're gonna stay in there because you vibing. So it must be, well, I'm gonna keep this door open, so just in case I want a couple benefits, I'm gonna let her slide back in.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's true for sure.
It's a lot of blurred lines. And then also it's kind of like, to say your question, maybe it determines if it's actually like a relationship or someone you just kicking it with, you know. So if it's like someone you had a relationship, y'all were like monogamous, just to, you know, together, I think that would warrant, okay, if it.
That's kind of what it sounds like to me. And I'm by no means am I able to sit in the seat of the analyzer, but as I was listening, it sounds like some of it might be not necessarily a relationship, but a kick in the situation, as opposed to an actual relationship. Now, for me personally, I don't know if I've ever been on the right side of a breakup. They've all, you know, from my teenage years to adulthood, they've all been a little rough. And I've never been good at it. I think, to Key's point, I think it is easier for, I don't want to say for men, I'll say for me, for the lady to kind of be in the driver's seat of the breakup, because you don't want to be the heartbreaker. You don't want to be the wrongdoer. But I have been in relationships where I didn't want to break up too. So I guess there's been some where I've like, this is kind of over. I don't know how to say it. then I've been in some where I could tell this is over, but I don't really want it to be. You know, so, and neither one of them have been a comfortable seat for me in my past. So, I mean, I'm currently in a relationship and I'm happy. So breakups for me, hopefully is a thing of the distant past to even think about, talk about. But, you know, I can talk about it. I have an opinion, you know, so, but I don't know if I've ever been on the right side. Is there a right side of the breakup? I think it's hard to do regardless as to which side you stand on.
I've been breaking up with my ex for about a year.
Oh Lord.
Go ahead. I'm talking shit. Go ahead.
I'm saying? I don't think I answered the prompt, so I know it's over when it's just more bad than good. It's like a matrix, you know. It's just like it's just feeling stuck, you know. But I don't get into them too many. I don't have too many situations where.
I think it's hard breaking up with people you ain't in relationships with. Like that's the hard part when people go into a situation and they have this false sense of entitlement. So all of a sudden, like y'all just hanging out and it may be mutual self-interest, but that false sense of entitlement kicks in where all of a sudden they're checking you like y'all in a relationship and you gotta break up with somebody that you're not technically with. That right there is a struggle, you know? So I don't know, man. This breakup shit is tough for me. I'm doing it wrong. I need more advice. This needs to be like a therapy session more so than a podcast for me. I need help.
Hey, but before we transition to the next topic, I think though, sometimes you can kick it with a person long enough to where you don't have an official title, but the duration of time you all have been with have almost by default put you in a relationship. And I think that's a dangerous place to be in. And I think that's one of the hardest breakups to go through because like you said, you're not officially in a relationship, but you've been kicking it for so long to where one party or the other treat it like a relationship. And then when one party or the other want to leave, then it's a breakup that from a relationship that you were never technically in.
You know, you got to tell them it's one way in and one way out. that's how you do it. It's like a gang, you know, it's the secret society or something.
Well, speaking of long-term relationships, when a couple has been together for a long time, who most likely bears the blame for the breakup? The man or the woman?
It's always the man. Always the man. Always. Look, I'm gonna tell you why.
Because it's always the man. That's right.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, I'm gonna tell you this is how this shit goes every time. It's like this. If I break up with the woman, it's he's a dog. He's so terrible. You don't need him. And if she breaks up with me, it's because I did something wrong. It's a lose-lose for us. So it's always the man's fault. It ain't never the woman's fault why a breakup happens. Think about it.
I mean, I'm thinking about it from when I was in the dating scene. It was always the man's fault. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah. So Leah, it's always the man's fault, even when it's not the man's fault. It's always the man always gets blamed, even if it's. And we talking about breakups. Don't even let it be a divorce situation. You know, divorce. And I am divorced. If you divorce and you had that conversation, no matter who you have it with, unless it's somebody that really knows you or knows the situation, they will almost always blame the man without even hearing the situation. So, and that's almost the case for almost everybody that I know. It almost always seems to default to the blame always seems to default to the man.
Yeah, I think that it like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about when people are 18 years old or like 28, 38, 48? I mean, I think it depends on the individual person, like how healthy they are. You know, like how much they're willing to like accept the part that they play and the part that they didn't play. I mean, you know, if folks feel with the same mentality that they had, you know, if we still walking around with the same mentality here when we were younger, where, you know, then yeah, I can see that. But we would hope as people get older, I don't think it's always the man's fault. I mean, you know, sometimes people are just not compatible.
So
you look at guys that I mean, for real, like I'm the friend that's like, nah, sis, I don't know. I mean, I think there's more people like that, and I think as we get older, you're going to get more people in that group. That it's not always just like, forget him. I don't know.
No,
I don't know what kind of folks y'all dealing with. I don't
know. You know what I hear? Like, this is how I feel when breakups happen. Women encourage their girls, like, girl, he ain't shit. He did you wrong. Go out here. They encourage their girlfriends to go out and date and find other men. My homeboys, when I'm going through something, we sit down, we pray, we talk about how we could be better. You know what I mean? Like, because, like, truthfully, I be feeling like women don't take accountability well when it comes to breakups. Like, women they never be like, I was wrong. I hurt you too. It's like, I never hear that. And I've been dumped about 77 times, you know what I mean? And I'm 40. So out of these 77 times, I can't ever recall a woman saying, I'm sorry I hurt you. Let me get some Kleenex.
I saw this on Instagram. I saw this post on Instagram. I'm probably going to get it totally wrong. But it was something like, instead of calling somebody a clown, ask yourself why you keep going to the circus.
Yeah.
For the popcorn. For the entertainment.
Jay, hold on. Break that down again. So who's the clown and who's the circus in this particular scenario?
Not in this scenario, but I think that if someone is in a relationship and they keep on getting in situations where there's a breakup and the male or the female never takes accountability, it may be that we're being attracted to people who not only do they not take accountability when it's their fault in a relationship, it's for anything like finances and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's like people that make excuses. So it's kind of like, consider the source. Like, what kind of person is this? What kind of person are they in all areas, not just relationships? Because if someone sucks at, recognizing their faults in a relationship, they probably suck in, other places, So, I don't know. It's just, when I saw that, I was like, okay, ouch. And that just, I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to circus.
No, Jada, I think that's a good point. I think we all can agree on this. I don't know. I think relationships are hard. They require a little bit of work. Now, they're if done right, done properly, they could be fun. They could be very rewarding as well. But I think relationships are hard. I think, making sure that your mate is happy, making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do to make them happy or keep them happy. I know everyone is important. I know everyone is in charge of their own happiness, but I do think it requires a little bit of work, to keep your mate engaged, satisfied, interested. I don't think that it's necessarily easy. Am I wrong? Am I off base? Do you all feel differently?
You're right. It's not easy at all. And coming from a marriage, we've been married 9 years and together about 13. And things change. Yesterday what made you happy or you were excited about, you're not excited today, especially when you throw kids in there. Life was totally different before the kids, and now you got a whole nother area that you have to take care of together. And so your interests change, your time there's time restrictions now. So I think it's just, you have to commit to the change because it's inevitable. Life changes every day, and so do people. And that's why it's important to have the love behind it, the love, the respect. That part is unconditional. So you're saying, I'm gonna stick with this person through the changes. Now, that's what marriage. With regular relationships, that's something that you have to ascertain before you get to marriage.
I think relationships are easy. I think people complicate them. I feel like a relationship is like this. I'm an individual. I enjoy doing certain things. I meet a woman. I find out what she likes to do. And if we got some things in common, we can do those together. But still allow me to be who I am as I'm going to allow you to be who you are. And I feel like that's the relationship to me. I feel like we go in with this certain type of arrogance where we want to control our mate or we want them to conform to our ideologies and things that we feel would make us happy. And I'm like, yo, be who you are with me. I want you to be exactly who you are. I'm gonna love you for that same reason, and I'm gonna not fuck with you for that same reason. So if I rock with you, I'm taking you as you is. And if you tell me, or if you say, well, Key, I want you to come to my family's house for Thanksgiving, and I don't like your family, I don't want to go. And it shouldn't be an argument. Yo, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to your family's house. I don't like your daddy. I don't like your mama Salisbury steak or whatever it is that they cooking. I don't want to go, and allow me to do that. And we can still be happy, because a relationship is about us two, and not doing all of these different things that we feel is a societal norm. Like, I don't like traditional relationships. I don't like that old conventional love. I don't like internet relationships where you just kind of posting that you look happy and all of that shit. Like, none of that matters. I just feel like how you make me feel and how I make you feel back is the most important thing in a relationship. And that's why I never break up with nobody, because they always love me for allowing them to be who they are. And that's why I got 5 or 6 relationships right now. No, I'm joking. I'm kidding, y'all.
Hopefully they're not watching.
They gonna watch. They know I'm silly. I'm joking.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that, and I don't mean work in a bad way. I think life is work. I think we constantly work on ourselves. I think anything worth having, you have to work at and work on. And, not to sound cliche, but the old adage, the only relationship that works is the one that you work on. I've heard that at several weddings. Almost every wedding I've been at, the pastor have said that. Well, actually, I'll say I've heard Pastor Solomon Kinlock kind of coin that phrase, but I've heard it other times as well. I think it's true. I think it's accurate. I think a meaningful relationship, one worth having, one worth sustaining, requires a lot of communication. Believe it or not, requires a lot of prayer with each other and for each other, and requires a lot of work. Meeting their needs, doing things that makes them happy, and what we've heard here recently in the last few years, speaking their love language, which was not a theory I subscribed to, but the more I hear about it, the more I think it may be a little validity in that. I think that's important. I think following those love language takes a little bit of authenticity out of the relationship, because I'm learning, I'm reading. It's almost like I got a copy of the playbook. Okay, you tell me you like X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna make sure I do X, Y, and Z, as opposed to doing it authentically anyway. And I don't want to sound like I'm talking out of both sides. I do think it's a little bit of validity in that, and keeping your mate, your spouse, or whomever happy in the relationship. I just think it takes a little bit of work.
Just to piggyback off that, damn, I lost it. That's why I don't smoke. I lost my thought. No, I think I was about to say, the thing is, with their love language, I believe in it. I think it's dope. And I think that we have to stop giving people the type of love that we want to show them. Like, oh, I show love this way, because just because I show love this way doesn't mean they're going to receive it or even like it. So I'm going to try my hardest to give you what it is that you want and what it is that you need. But if you're constantly complaining, even though I'm giving you exactly what you're asking for, then I mean, you're insatiable, and we ain't going to work anyway.
So when you started talking about reading like the book Love Language, it's like you're reading that with someone that you're really thinking about having a future with. It's not for someone that's just like a slide through, just, we just kicking it. It's like, I really want to know how you express love and how you want to receive love. And I want you to know how I express love and how I want, and how I want to receive love. So it works, but I think it's a playbook on both ends, because it's like, okay, I like words of, and what is it?
Affirmation.
Yeah, so maybe like someone, like this person, he shows love by acts. So I need to recognize that when he does that, that's him showing me love. So I think again, I think it works. I think it's really helpful, but it's like, that's something that, you don't pull out your china for like a 5-year-old, party. It's
Word.
Like it's a place and a time for certain things. So who do you think handles breakup better? I know we're talking about males, females, the feminine one, the more masculine one. Who do you think?
I think
females do, because
they handle it much better.
males, when they get their feelings hurt, it's just like, oh man.
They become me. Yeah, I'm a male with my feelings hurt. You don't want this life. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here.
Yeah, you are everywhere. Women. I don't know if the door is open, closed, relationship, not relationship.
I'm hurting.
And you were hurt, not hurt.
This is my heart. You know what I mean? Y'all don't. Kente, I wish I could. Kente, I want to settle down. You don't want this life. I'm out here dipping women at the clubs, drinking every other night. You know, like it's tough out here. Women all in my DMs.
Oh my goodness.
I'm blocking them. I'm turning them down. Val, look out. You know what I mean?
For you. Oh my God.
It's a struggle. So I'm hurt. Like I wanna
That's what
settle
happens
down.
when you close the door and keep it cracked.
Keep it, exactly.
Like I'm just playing.
After this
Close it and
podcast,
put a
I'm
lock
closing
on
the
it.
doors. I'm closing all doors today. The doors is done. They closed up.
I think it can go either way. I think women can handle it better in terms of growth for themselves. Like I think we take time to figure out kind of what went wrong and what am I not going to do next time and what I'm not going to accept the next time. But I think men, in terms of emotionally, are better with it. I mean, they don't let you see that they are hurting or not necessarily hurting, but that is phasing them. I think we show it. We're going to show it. But I think we do handle it a little better because we don't jump into something right away for the most part, and I'm talking general. But men, as soon as one is done, it's kind of okay. Now it's on to the next.
I think. Go ahead, Keith.
No, I just want to say, I think it breaks down to territorial and possessiveness. I think women are possessive, men are territorial. So by us being territorial, when we finally commit, we put so much into that relationship. Like we're building this empire and this kingdom with our woman. So when the relationship is done, we're literally watching our whole kingdom crumble. You know what I mean? Opposed to a woman, we're possession. She go find you know what I mean? She'll go find another guy eventually. Like women are they're gonna have more options, more selections out there because y'all gonna get asked on dates a lot more. Y'all gonna do them dinners. Y'all gonna have those emotional conversations a lot more. With men, keeping it 100, we gonna kick it with the randoms out here. But it's not gonna be anything that really makes us feel like, damn, I wanna build with her again. That's hard to find because it's not. Y'all say it's the shortage on good men, but it's really a shortage on good women because I feel like women have been done so wrong, and a lot of them are damaged that we ain't trying to bring in a damaged woman into the empire. You know what I mean? We kind of want. Well, me personally, I want somebody that kind of got her shit together a little bit so that we can grow together and not just someone that's taken from the relationship all the time. Go ahead, Kente. I'm just trying to cry, you know, get my feelings out and shit.
Nah. I appreciate you, bro. I think men taking it. The question was, do women take it better? I think the answer is yes. I think it's rougher on men. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. And my perspective is, and this may not be accurate, I often think that by the time a relationship is over, a lady has already reconciled it within herself, prepared herself, and is really, if not physically, have mentally already moved on to whatever the next step is. And by the time we realize what's going on, it's over. By the time we realize what we could have done, differently, i.e., what we've done wrong, which has probably already been brought up before, but we may not have been in a place to receive it, it's over. And I think that the man has to grapple with that, and society makes us think we can't show any emotions. There's only a select few who we can talk to, fewer yet who we can cry to, you know, figuratively and literally. And I think that ultimately we take it a little bit harder, and I think it can be consuming on the inside. And I think, but no matter if you're male or female, I think it impacts whatever your next relationship is if you don't do the work on yourself to prepare yourself to move on. I also think it's very risky to move on too quickly for a man or a woman. I think that's fool's gold. When you think you have just gotten out of something and you found something better or right away, I think that could be, you know, a little misleading because I think it takes some time to heal, depending upon how long the relationship was, depending upon how long the breakup takes. I think it takes time before you're ready to move on.
Yeah, I think for both, how emotionally invested you were in. that relationship can take a toll. And so, you know, I agree, Kente. Females, we can always talk to somebody. It may be poor advice, but at least we kind of get it off our chest. For males, I think sometimes it's even the act of getting it off their chest is you know, it's not that many opportunities. I think it's getting better. However, it's still not equal. But you know how emotionally invested the person is. So it's like that's where you get like the breaking of windows, the scratching of car, you know, scratching, you know, it's like it takes you just to a place. It throws you off, you know, when you have just been like emotionally just like depleted. And I think for both on both sides. Yeah, for both sides. And like when you know, when you hit that level of just being emotionally just a wreck, you know, that's when you do reckless stuff. And so sometimes that is just, you know, just getting with randoms, or that's, you know, stalking somebody. You know, it just depends.
I mean, that's, you know, I'm not afraid to show my emotions to my woman. Like when I like keeping them 100 when in a relationship, I know that shit going downhill. Left is the sex to give. Like, yo, I'm gonna try to stroke my way back into your heart and into your good graces, because that's all that we be having left is like the intimacy part of the relationship. But in terms, I'm looking at the prop. I'm sorry, but with me, I'm not afraid to cry for my woman. I may be lying as I'm crying sometimes, but I'm not afraid. But as a man, because I'm trying to, y'all say we don't show emotions. If I gotta get down and cry and just say, baby, please, I love you, I'm gonna change, I mean some of it. For the most part, I mean it. But for the other part, I'm trying to get my way. You know what I mean? I don't want it to end, so I'm gonna lie a little bit. I'm sorry.
And that's why you getting not you. I'm talking about that's when you get the windows broken out of cars and stuff on fire. You pretending something, and then I'm going by this assumption. Yeah.
No, because
now
look,
I'm
oh my God, because women need to be lied to. As much as y'all, yes, y'all say y'all want honesty, but this is honesty. Y'all gotta know, like women always say, be honest, be honest. So if I walk up and just tell you, look, I love you, but I'm getting tired of this relationship. I'm bored with you right now. I don't want to cheat, but baby, it ain't working. If I tell you that, how you gonna take that? You ain't gonna.
I'm not gonna take it well. I'm not gonna take it well, but I'm gonna
Right.
take it worse if you're if you're putting on that we're doing good, and then I find out you out there with somebody else. So either way, it's a sticky situation. But I think men, just because they don't want to deal with the immediate consequence, they'll hold back and take the later one, and then usually the later one is the worst one.
Yeah, but you just said y'all burning clothes and busting out windows. Of course, we don't want the immediate
that's
reaction.
not the immediate. What were you saying, Jay? You got
in my world, it is.
I think sometimes it's like they don't want to tell their truth because they don't want the repercussions of it. They don't want to hear their mouth. They don't want to hear what comes after. But honestly, like, so the truth will set you free. I mean, it sounds so like cliche, but I like, at what point are we just gonna be honest? At what point are we just gonna be grown? At
the
what
moment
point are
you
we
can
gonna
accept
have
it.
raw conversation? Well, okay, so that's the thing. So we need to be with people that can accept me.
Yes, because
and the ones
when we
that
lie,
childish, we need to leave them alone.
I feel like with me, I'm a pretty honest and transparent guy with women. But if I do lie, it's not because I want to be deceptive. It's because I honestly care about you. Like, I'm lying to these randoms, but I'm telling them the truth out here. I mean, I'm lying to my woman that I love. I'm trying to spare her feelings. I want to be with her. I'm gonna tell these randoms out here the truth because I don't care about them. As fucked up as that may be, that's really why men lie, because we don't want to hurt the woman that we love and that we want to spend our life with. Hey man, y'all shouldn't have put me on this podcast.
Hey, I thought, yeah, I mean, yeah, we keeping it real. Yeah, we keep it real.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. I just want to protect the woman I love.
I appreciate it.
I'm a protector. Yeah, I want to, but I'm gonna come into any relationship letting you know exactly who I am. The woman that I get with, this is the conversation that I'm gonna have. Now, I'm not a one-dimensional guy. I can definitely be faithful and be in love. I've been engaged before, you know what I mean? Been engaged twice actually. And it didn't end because of me, because I see your face, Jay. I see how you looking like, oh, it's your fault. No, it wasn't my
It's a
fault.
delay. It's
You know,
a delay.
oh, is it the delay? Oh, okay. I'm looking at your face. I'm like, why your face stuck like I messed up the engagement? But I definitely want to settle down and stuff like that. But anytime, I don't think I'm a liar, you know what I'm saying? But anytime I've lied, it was to preserve the relationship. It was for the benefit of us both. It was for the benefit of us enjoying each other's company for as long as we can with minimal complications.
Man.
You had good intentions. You had
Always.
good intentions. You know, you wanna protect their feelings, but I guess just looking back on it, is it getting you the results that you want?
Is it getting me? You know what? Because I think, well, I got daddy issues. My daddy wasn't in my life, so it's a lot. It's a lot of shit that plays into that. But it's one of those things where, is it getting me the results? It's actually shown me that I don't know what I necessarily want, so to speak, but I know what I don't want. You know what I mean? From situations, like I know what I'm not going to tolerate. Yeah, like I want somebody that I can have raw conversation with, and if I can't be my most authentic self, then you're not going to get the best version of me. You know what I mean? If I gotta start hiding who I am and all of these little pieces of the very thing that makes me me, the motherfucker you fell in love with, then we're not gonna last anyway. Because if you want me to conform to all of your needs and it's all about making you happy, while I gotta hide who I am, I don't want nobody like that.
Man. Hey, that's some good points. But I think we had some great conversation on this topic. I think hopefully those who are listening, those who are viewing, got some good information, got some good insights. Were entertained by some of our perspectives. And I know it's a lot more that we could say about this topic. We're gonna go ahead and transition to our segment before we go, where we just kind of give a little close up to what we're thinking and taking us out. So who want to take us out before we go? What we got?
Go ahead, Leah. You got the look like you're ready to take.
Hey, she got the look. Leah got the look like she want to keep. No, not before we go. Let's go back.
I got some more to say, but no. Before we go, I just, it's really true that men are from Mars and women are from Venus. I mean, it's always gonna be a divide in terms, because we think different. But I mean, at the end of the day, when you get it right, I would like to believe I have it right. But when you get it right, it's beautiful and it's worth the work and it's worth the time. So I'm hoping that all of you. I mean, I know.
Why you gotta single me out, Leah?
I was about to say, I know you said you want to settle down. Kente said he on the road, and we'd hope Jay is on the road. So I mean, I'm just hoping that we all that get what we're looking for. So I mean, yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it can be difficult, but guess what? It's beautiful at the end.
Well, look, my segue out of here. If this is my segue, listen, ladies, I'm a heartbroken man. Oh, wait a minute. Kente, you go first. Let me get my spiel together and shit.
All right.
I get my lie together.
Right. Yeah, I got you. So listen, I don't know if anybody was keeping score, but when Lee said men are from Mars, women are from Venus, I think if I'm tallying correctly in my head, we came up with, at least on this panel, that men take breakups a little harder than ladies. Men put way more work into relationships than ladies. I think I heard everybody agree to that. I know Jay, you agreed to that, Lee. Yo, like we didn't even talk about that. No, I'm just kidding. I think relationship, as I segue, I just think relationships takes a little bit of work. I think, and if the relationship is worth it, both parties should be willing to put in the work, and I think it's worth it. So that's just it for me.
My takeaway, even more, I think that when two people get together, it is a complete miracle from God when they come together, because it's a lot going on. It's a complete miracle.
All right, now I'm gonna go back. So my takeaway from this is I'm a heartbroken man, and I just want to find someone that accepts me for me, that's family oriented, that enjoys long walks in the park and going to church on Sunday so that we can pray together and stay together. I'm just looking for love out here, and I've been looking in all the wrong places. So for all the viewers out there, make sure y'all check me out all over the internet because I'm hurting. Why y'all smiling and shit? Y'all, I'm hurt. This is my hurt face.
Sing a song.
I'm hurting. I want to be married though. I do. I'm ready to settle down, man. I definitely want to just settle down, do some washed up shit, like pick out drapes and cabinetry with my wife. Like I'm at that point, So I want to watch her cooking dinner and me going to mow the lawn or something, whatever married people do. I'm ready for it. I ain't excited, but I'm ready for it. If it happens, I'm all for it. But I don't know. Sometimes marriage life be seeming like it's kind of boring, so I don't want no boring marriage.
Yeah, so there you have it, everybody. It's been a raw conversation. Thank y'all for tuning in. Every week we bring it to you raw conversation. No matter what the topic is, you can expect us to be our authentic selves, for us to bring our informed opinion, and for us to vocalize. So, hey, we thank everybody for listening. We thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch you all next week. Peace.
Peace.
You have just experienced a Dripping in Black production.